guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today is the first episode in a new series I want to start here on my channel called Makeup and Checkup, and I have been keeping you guys up to date since around January, February of my mental state, my mental health, what's going on with me, and I would just sit down and talk to you. I wanted to tie it a little more into beauty and makeup, so I decided to give you that same update, but in a get ready with me format. So that's what this is, and I hope that you enjoy this new format of me telling you how I am. And let's just zoom in and get started. So what I'm getting ready for today is to film a video that's very special. It is my 30th birthday next month, and I last year did a birthday challenge, so I'm doing it again this year, and I'm going to film the intro video once I'm done doing this and doing my makeup, and that is why I have this tiara headband on and the sparkly dress and all the jewelry and all of that, because I like to get dressed up and be a princess on my birthday. I think everybody on their birthday is royalty. And what I just did was prime my eyes with the Sigma eyeshadow base in Persuade. So I'm just taking a black shadow on a small blending brush, and my mental health, I think since I last updated you, I had tried to use a prescription assistance card and it was really expensive, but I had gotten help from my family and I was able to get the medicine. Well, that particular medicine, which if in case you're wondering, it's Geodon. It was actually the generic version of Geodon, which is crazy that it was that expensive, but what am I doing? What's happening on my eye. Anyway, I tried it for about 2 weeks and it pretty much just made me worse, not better. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't wake up, I was very hungry all the time, and I ate a lot and I gained weight, and it just wasn't a good medicine for me personally. I know Geodon works for a lot of people. It's not my medicine. So I called my doctor after about 2 weeks of taking this medicine, and he said to cease taking it and he would just give me samples of the medicine that does work for me, and we would just go from there and just try and have me survive off samples. So I have been surviving off samples since then, and I'm about to make a move from Colorado to Washington, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have made an appointment with the low-income clinic in the area to sort of see what they can do for me, because I'm going to have a job with insurance, but insurance doesn't kick in right away, so I need something. And we'll see what they can do, but my doctor is trying to stockpile samples for me so that I'll maybe have like a month's worth of samples and, you know, be able to survive and be stable until I get some other form of help. And that's really kind of him, and I appreciate him so much for saving all those samples for me and giving them to me for free. Like, he is my hero right now. But it's really like uncertain when you're gonna go to a whole new state. Like, I don't have a hookup there to get me samples. What am I gonna do? That's pretty much where my mental state is at. I feel pretty stable because I'm able to take the medication that works for me because of samples, and hopefully I can continue that situation once I move, but we'll see. We will see what happens. I'm just gonna take this single aqua from Anastasia and wet it. Now some of you might ask, why are you leaving Colorado, Rachel? Why are you moving to Washington? You love Colorado. Like, why? I don't get it. And it's true, I do love Colorado. I've lived here for almost 8 years, and it's home. I'm happy in Colorado. I'm surrounded by friends and clients and all sorts of people that I love and that make me happy. But one reason that I'm moving back to Washington is my family is in Washington. That's where I'm from. I have 2 nephews now that I want to see grow up, and I want to be there for. I don't want to just be some distant relative that they've never seen, and that's really important to me, to be able to be around my family. Like, that's a huge reason. That is not the only reason. The reason that started me on this path in the first place, and the reason that really made this such a quick and sudden decision, is my relationship, or former relationship. Just taking the It Cosmetics Superhero Liner. So, as most of you know, I was engaged and we broke up in November, and he has continued to be in my life, and it hasn't always been easy. And I just had a really tough time on, I think, Mother's Day weekend with that whole situation, and I just thought, this can't continue. I can't live like this. This is not healthy. I need to do something. Sorry, I had to concentrate to do a wing. My brilliant idea was to relocate myself, just remove myself from the situation, and I thought, what better place to go than go home to my family. I don't know where I'm going with this look because I'm so focused on what I'm talking about. This is just a mess. I'm gonna add some more black on the outer corner and kind of deepen that up a little bit. Anyway, so I decided to see if it was a possibility that I could do that anytime soon, because, you know, moves take money and time, and they don't just always happen just because you decide, you know, like there are things that have to fall into place. Now I'm taking some NYX glitter primer and just putting that on the outer V, and I'm taking the NYX glitter in Style Star. And things have to, you know, fall into place. You have to have a place to live. You have to have a job. You have to be able to, like, either live without your stuff and get rid of your stuff, or figure out how to pay to move with your stuff. And, you know, those aren't always easy. Then I'm taking Beauty Bar Baby's Starship glitter. And this is just a bit chunkier. And so the first thing I did was look into those things and see if moving were a possibility. Then I'm taking a blue certified glitter. I'm obsessed with all that glitter. Oh my god, that's so sparkly, I love it. What was I saying? I got so excited about the glitter. I think I was saying that I decided to look into those things and see if moving were viable, and the first thing I did was contact an old friend from Spokane, Washington, where I was looking on going back to, and ask her, because I knew that she was still in the same industry that I am, grooming dogs, and ask her if she knew of any jobs and ask her also if she had like any friends or knew of anyone that needed a roommate. And miracle of all miracles, she is a manager and was hiring at a salon, and also she had an empty room and needed a roommate herself. That fell into place so quickly and so easily. It was just like mind-boggling. Like when your mind gets trapped in a bottle. Let me know what that's from if you know what that's from. And it just fell into place so quickly. I was like astonished and just amazed and like, wow, it worked out so well. So I worked really hard on getting the other details to work out because I was like, it's just working out so well. It's like meant to happen. And so the most important thing was my stuff. I am really invested in my things. I'm not going to give them up. And especially like my makeup collection and things like that, like it's really heavy. It's not going to be easy for me to like take all of that in my car. I need a moving company. Let's do brows. For some reason I grabbed the Bare Minerals Brow Master. That's what we're working with today. And so I researched moving companies and looked at pricing and stuff, and it's expensive to move that kind of distance for sure. It's like several $1,000s with movers, and I'm sure there are cheaper options, but I am not comfortable driving a U-Haul. Like, no, the biggest thing I've driven is a Ford pickup, and that scared me. I'm not driving a U-Haul. And so I was looking into moving companies with movers who deliver your things, and online they just take your information and then you get a million calls the next day. So I was fielding call after call after call, and it was really overwhelming, and the lowest price was like $2,000 and the highest was like upwards of $4,000. It was quite a range and quite expensive, and I was like, I have zero in savings. Like, I couldn't come up with $500 for this if I wanted to. So I decided to reach out to my mom first because she had recently been able to help me out with my medication, and she's like, I'm sorry, that's too much. Like, I cannot help you with that. And that's understandable. Like, that's quite a chunk of money. So the last person that I thought to reach out to that might be able to help with that amount was my father, and he and I are in infrequent contact. We're not very close at all. I pretty much grew up without him, and so I don't always know if I write him an email or give him a call if I'll hear from him. I haven't spoken to him in over a year at this point. Alright, I'm moving on to my base. I'm taking my Glotion and, oh, my Candid foundation. Anyway, so I hadn't heard from my dad in over a year, and it was a long shot that he was going to respond to me, and I took it. And another like amazing like miracle of miracles, he responded and he said he would happily help me. And at that point I was like, okay, this is now a for sure thing, because everything has worked out and fallen into place for this to happen. It's like meant to be. And as sad as I am to be leaving Colorado and leaving all my friends and the family that I've built here, I think sometimes change is necessary, and I do believe in like signs and like things that are meant to be, and I think this is one of those things that I'm meant to go back to Washington. Like, I heard this song on the radio the other day that was my friend's, the one that helped me out with a place to live and a job and all that, that really good friend. It was our song when we did karaoke, and it was like an almost 10-year-old song that doesn't play on the radio anymore, and it was on the radio, and it's a song about second chances, and it just seemed like a sign. Am I crazy? It seemed like a sign. Anyway, so with everything falling into place and all these signs, like, in my mind telling me that this is the right decision and this is what I should be doing, I feel really good about moving. I'm extremely sad. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm crying and I'm sad about leaving the home I've built and the family I've built, but I feel really solid and really confident that I'm doing the right thing. And I think that this decision has really taken a load off me mentally, because like that situation with Justin, where it just felt like even though we were broken up, sometimes it felt like we weren't broken up, and then like he would still get into his old behaviors of not treating me nicely and things like that, and it was really stressful and took an emotional toll on me and wasn't good for, you know, my mental stability. And just knowing that I am going to be like away from that and in a place where I'm surrounded by people that love me, and like my family is so excited to have me home. It's kind of a relief, you know? Even though this is like a kind of a sad time, like saying goodbyes every day. Like I'm telling good clients that have become friends goodbye every day, and I'm crying every day, and I'm about to cry just thinking about all these goodbyes. Like, it's sad and it's hard, but I feel so good about my decision, and it's made me feel so much better already. Oh my gosh, I didn't say what those things were. Milani concealer and Nude Sticks Poppy Girl blush. This eye look is a little crazy, but I really love it. We're gonna take it even more crazy. I'm going in with Flip Side on the waterline, taking that ebates shadow on a tiny definer brush and just putting that on the inner half of the lower lash line. I'd be happy to hear you guys sound off on my decision. Like, I love discussions and other people's thoughts and opinions, so if you feel like I'm being rash and making the wrong choice or whatever you feel, say it down below. I don't care. Like, I want to hear it. I'm just taking a little black on the outer edge. Sorry, my camera overheated, so I just put my lashes on, and it's the Super Lash Angel Eyes, I believe. And my bottom mascara is transferring. Of course, of course. For highlight, I'm taking the Lime Crime Fairy palette and the shade Enchantment right here. So because my camera overheated and I had to like be off camera for a little while, I'm not quite sure where I left off, what I was talking about. I think I concluded like where I'm at mentally, why I'm moving, where I'm at mentally with moving, and all of that. So I think that's pretty much everything. I'm just putting that on my inner corner and on my brow bone to really tie the face in with the eyes. And I'm getting glitter everywhere. Alright, for lips, I am lining with Jake Cat's Puce and going in with the Nude Gold L'Oreal Gold Addiction. Alright, and then I'm just going to spray with the Pomegranate Mist from Farmstay. So let's take this headband out and put in the real tiara, and then I'll show you the finished look and we'll wrap this video up. This is my completed look for my birthday challenge intro video, and I had so much fun hanging out with you guys, and I really like this format, but I would love your feedback, what you think of this new format for my mental health updates. And as well, I would love to hear how you guys are doing. How's your health? How's your physical health? How's your mental health? Please let me know, because I do really care. Before this video turns into an hour long, because I know I talked a lot and already have quite a lot of footage, I will shut up and see you guys next time. Bye!